There's a new weapon in the arsenal of terror, and here it is. It's called a ballistic knife because it works almost like a gun. You press a button and it shoots a 6-inch blade with deadly force up to 30 feet away. And anyone can buy it. By mail. That means anyone, any age. Well, lawmakers and police are outraged by that easy access, and they want it outlawed. Bob Lucas is a policeman from Long Island, and he is here to demonstrate and tell us a little bit about the knife. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
A lot of people have never heard of anything like this, much less seen how it works. Can you show us how it works?
Yes, I can.
Take out the pin, and what you've got there is just a regular knife. It looks like a regular knife.
Yes, it does. Well, the trigger release mechanism.
And it shoots. Now, you found out about this in a magazine. You sent away for it. What was the first reaction when you heard about it?
I recognized its lethal capability from the advertisements, and when I had physically gotten the knife itself and put it all together, I could see that it presented a great threat to officer safety and to the public safety also.
What is the threat behind it? How is it different than, let's say, a gun or a regular knife, for that matter?
Well, first of all, it's very easy to conceal a type of weapon like this. It has 4 different capabilities. It can be used as a thrusting rod. It can be used as a knife. It can be shot as a baton, or it can be propelled through the air as a firing knife.
Now, have you found any of these out on the streets yet?
At the present time, we found 3 in a narcotics raid that we made just a couple of weeks ago.
Now, when you take the top of it off, like we said, it looks just like a regular knife. How do police judge if it is just a regular knife or it's the kind of knife that can actually shoot them dead?
Well, its outward appearance, it looks like a small police baton, except that it has a grenade pin that is used as a safety. Once the grenade pin is removed, the sheath is removed, the knife can be fired for up to about 30 feet.
But how are you being trained to deal with it?
Well, we're protecting ourselves, first of all. We're seeking cover. We're asking our officers if they can recognize something like this, to treat it as they would a firearm.
Now, how are the people that make this, what are they saying about it? Are they saying it's not as big a deal as you say it is and that it's really not lethal?
Well, any person who's trying to make money off of something like this is going to play it down. However, once one actually gets the knife and sees its lethal capability and can demonstrate it, one can see how it presents a great threat to public safety.
Okay, thank you very much for telling us about it. And there are moves in Congress right now to keep this weapon out of criminal hands. Many congressmen are absolutely outraged that it is so easily available. And Forrest is with one of them right now. Forrest?
In fact, Maria, joining me in our Washington bureau is New York Senator Alphonse D'Amato. He is sponsoring a bill that would make this knife illegal. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Forrest.
What have you got in mind to do about it?
Well, Forrest, Congressman Biaggi in the House has already introduced a bill that will ban this knife, the importation, the distribution, and the possession. Senator Thurman has co-sponsored the same bill with me in the Senate. We're going to seek a speedy passage. We've already begun to get many co-sponsored. It is a savage weapon. There are no legitimate purposes for it. It really poses a great threat, particularly to law enforcement officers. There is no legitimate sporting purpose for this weapon, and we're going to have them banned. You can now, a child could send away and obtain this weapon. There's nothing, there are already 2 companies. There's nothing to prevent their distribution. There's no record-keeping requirement, and there's simply no reason for this kind of deadly weapon to exist.
Senator, I gather then that you want the thing completely banned entirely. There's no way you can get it.
The importation, the possession, the sale, this is nothing but a weapon of savagery. As a matter of fact, it was first developed by the Soviet Special Forces. It's advertised as that kind of destructive weapon, and of course, the police officer, as you have seen by the demonstration, is totally unaware. It really places him at peril, and it is a cop killer. It pierces the armor-piercing vest that he heretofore could use. It is useless. He's defenseless against this.
Well, you're going to get any opposition to this? Are there going to be those people who say, look, Senator, you're cutting into my rights to own sporting devices?
Well, this is not a sporting device. That's...
Well, yeah, but
you know,
that's what you say. Will there be those people who will stand up against you and say that you're wrong?
Well, there may be some who say, well, this is a principle which would then begin to abridge my rights to possess whatever I want, but I would say you don't have a right to possess, for example, a machine gun. You don't have a right to possess other kinds of explosives, and this is, again, a terrorist weapon. No legitimate sporting purpose for it, but there undoubtedly will be some, and some organizations who may come out against it. Be that as it may, I am determined to push for a speedy passage, and again, we have the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Senator Thurman, who's agreed, and so with Congressman Biaggi in the House, and
I'm out of time. Have you got the votes there as well?
I think we do.
All right. Congressman D'Amato, thanks.